started. There, go.
So Deepak Chopra talks about this idea that there's no such thing as coincidences, but rather that we are all immersed in a web of significant events that help to inspire and shape our lives. And for me, that event happened one very late night in Washington, D.C. in the summer of 2012 near the corner of 14th and U, where I will get back to that in a little bit, but that was the first night that I met Miguel Columna, and he immediately told me about this idea called Comprometidos. And he invited me to his launch event in DC, and I have to say that after being at it, that I was really inspired, because here was a group of people from the diaspora that had been concerned about the socioeconomic situation in Puerto Rico and had decided that they wanted to take action. And I realized that I had the same desire and the same concern, but I didn't really know what to do. I was also in Washington, D.C., and I had all these great connections and skills, but how does it make it happen? So it turns out that I wasn't alone in my desire to act, and 2 years after meeting Miguel, I get an email from Frances Colon, who knew Miguel, and she invited me over to her house with other Puerto Ricans to talk about how the diaspora could contribute their resources and expertise to the benefit of Puerto Rico. Now, first question, of course, is like, why should Puerto Rico care about the diaspora? Bottom line is that I think that the diaspora has a huge potential resource for Puerto Rico, both financially and intellectually. To give you an idea, in 2013, remittances from the global diaspora to developing countries worth more than $400 billion, which is 3 times more than that official international aid that's already going to those countries. And you all know already that there's more than 5 million Puerto Ricans living in the States alone. So even though we don't really know what the financial and intellectual potential of this group is, we know it's there. So the question is, like, how do we organize and formalize this group to benefit Puerto Rico? And this is what Cenadores is trying to do. Now, the word Cenadores is not a typo. It comes from the word cenar, meaning to dine, because that's how we meet. We meet once a month around the dining table to explore difficult questions, to develop meaningful relationships, and to develop also and how to catalyze ideas in the benefit of Puerto Rico. Our group is made up of the government, civic, and business sector, and we have members from all aspects of the realm, versus engineers and lawyers and doctors, specialists in public policy, research, etc. But most importantly, we're an independent and nonpartisan group. We just want to work with people who are committed to working for Puerto Rico. Our ultimate goal is to create a network of dining tables across the country and around the world that are engaging the diaspora to connect, to catalyze ideas, and to give back to Puerto Rico. So what specifically does the Cenadores do? So first of all, we don't want to make any assumptions about what is going on in Puerto Rico or what we think that Puerto Rico needs. So we're constantly engaging organizations like the ones listed here to sort of learn about their work, learn about their challenges, and collaborate on ideas that specifically address the priorities that they have themselves have identified. We also see ourselves as a rapid response team because through our engagements, we realized that there were a lot of opportunities that were being missed. But it wasn't because of disinterest. It was, in a socioeconomic crisis, everything is a priority. So we decided we're going to be like a team of ninjas that could quickly pull our networks and expertise to identify opportunities, but also help Puerto Rico act on them. And one of these ideas was the 100 Resilient Cities Challenge. So for those of you who don't know, the Resilient Cities Challenge is a program that's helping cities from around the world to help cities become more resilient to the physical and socioeconomic challenges of the 21st century. And cities that get selected to this program get technical funding, funding and technical assistance to develop a resilient plan and also become partners in this network. And we thought this was a great opportunity for a city in Puerto Rico like San Juan. And so we contacted Comprometidos, who helped us to connect to the actors who could collaborate with us on this application. And I'm happy to say that last year, San Juan was selected to be part of this network. Another opportunity another example of how we did this was a last minute meeting we did with the university leaders of Puerto Rico. And we wanted to talk to them also about programs and resources that we thought would be beneficial to their work. We talked about many topics. One of them was patents, because innovation is key to economic growth, and patents are a way to measure that economic growth. We showed this slide about Puerto Rico's patent intensity, which is not really doing very well. But for the university leaders, it was a great opportunity because research shows that universities play a key role in patents. So we wanted these leaders to the resources and programs that they needed in order to take advantage of this great opportunity for them. Ultimately, we're coming across thousands of opportunities through our own networks, like we do with Angie, and we're constantly posting these online. So we want to make sure that everybody in Puerto Rico knows that these opportunities are happening and that you all can take advantage of them. So let me end where I began, which is why it was important, the importance of the place where I met Miguel. So this area, when I first moved to DC in 2004, was pretty run down and a little bit dangerous because this was actually one of the epicenters of the 1968 race riots that practically destroyed the entire DC population. It took more than 30 years for this economy to recover. And this area, which used to be emblematic of DC's nickname of the murder capital of the US, is now one of the most popular neighborhoods in DC. And just like DC, there's thousands of examples around the country, around the world, of places that have come back from complete economic ruin and have recovered. And we think this is a great inspiration for Puerto Rico, that yes, it is possible for Puerto Rico to recover as well. And we're starting to see this recovery already happening. We're excited every day to see organizations, initiatives, and individuals like everybody in this room who are waking up every day to make the vision of a Puerto Rico that's inclusive, productive, and innovative a reality. And most importantly and unprecedented is that you are all collaborating to make this happen. Because like Mike Soto-Class said recently in his CNE blog, it's going to take more than one entity and one individual to make changes happen in Puerto Rico. And I'm here on behalf of the diaspora to let you know that we also believe in Puerto Rico's potential, and we're here to help you support your work in making that happen. Thank you.